Hi guys! So today I'm going to be doing the novel Honey Shelf tag. I think Essie is your name, right? Essie created this tag and tagged me in it. So I am just going to get started. These are all filmed around bees and honey. Yes. So first prompt is your favorite child or children in literature. Yeah, we all know it. It's Lucy Pevensey and the Pevensey children in general. We know I love them. You know it if you're here. If you've been here for any length of time, you know that I love these children. So, yeah, we're just going to keep going. Your favorite male character, Drone, your favorite male character in a book. The first prompt was brood, by the way. The bee-related word was. So, Drone, your favorite male character in a book. So, I have two answers for this because I don't want to keep repeating. A lot of these I'm going to just repeat the same answers, but I will come up with new answers so that I'm not just saying the same ones over and over again. So, first favorite male character in a book is Peter Pevensey because I'm not counting Aslan or Jesus, obviously. But the other one that I have is Aragorn from The Lord of the Rings. Aragorn is one of the best male characters in fiction. He is, in the book, not counting the movie, in the book, he is very near flawless. He is so wonderful. I love Aragorn. Next question. A house or home in literature that you find memorable. Well, I struggle with this because I could think of two answers really quickly, but guess what? They're the two I've already said. So the first one is the professor's house from Narnia, right? Professor Kirk's house where they go off in the country. But I didn't want to say that because I've already used it. And then the next one was Rivendell from Lord of the Rings, which is and Hive is the bee-related prompt for this one. Actually, let me pull out The Hobbit. I think The Hobbit is where you have a description of Rivendell. And see if I can find it in like 2 seconds. Oh yes, okay, here we go. I found it. His house was perfect, whether you liked food or sleep or work or storytelling or singing or just sitting and thinking best, or a pleasant mixture of them all. Evil things did not come into that valley. I would love to spend time in Rivendell. Lothlorien also, but my answer for this that is neither of those is Green Gables from Anne of Green Gables because, well, it's in the title, so it's pretty memorable. But the relationship that Anne has with Marilla and especially with Matthew is just so precious, and yeah. So it's a memorable house if only because it's in the title. Next, Orientation Flight, a memorable coming-of-age character. I'm going to go with Jane Eyre for this one because Jane Eyre is the book that, in college at least, I was taught is one of the most classic examples of a Bildungsroman, which is basically a coming-of-age story. It was funny, I looked up Bildungsroman on Google to make sure I got this right. I was like getting the definition right. And like, you know how sometimes on Google I think I looked it up on DuckDuckGo, but I looked it up on the internet, on a search engine. And on this, off to the side sometimes it will have like a little excerpt from Wikipedia. And the excerpt from Wikipedia for Bildungsroman included the phrase, comes from the two German words, Bildung and Roman. I'm like, yes, thank you, Wikipedia. I could not have figured that out myself. I just thought that was very funny. So anyways, Jane Eyre is my answer for this one. 5 is Waggle Dance, a book you love so much it makes you want to dance. Did not write down an answer to this question, because I wasn't sure what I was going to say. I will say probably, You know what? The book that keeps coming to mind, actually, is going to be A Lady's Guide to Marvels and Misadventures. This was one of my favorite books of last year. I really liked this book, so I'm going to say that one. Bonus prompt, do the dance. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. June Gap, your favorite summertime book. I'm just going to say the books of E. Nesbit, specifically The Railway Children and 5 Children in It. 5 Children in It, if only because they're at the seaside. But these, I don't know, these just feel like classic summertime adventure kids books. So I'm going to say those. Also, Roverandom a little bit by Tolkien. That kind of also feels like a summertime adventure book. 7, Honeycomb. Show your book storage, shelving, and organization. I'm actually working on a video of setting up books, or like my shelves, as I am unpacking books, because I have a ton of books that I have to unpack. So that will be coming at some point. Just not yet. It's not ready yet. But I am working on it as I unpack things. Alright. Next is Colony. Your favorite family or found family in literature. So again, the Pevensies, obviously, but also I'm going to say the Marches from Little Women. Specifically Little Women. Joe's Boys is the one that I have, but Little Women, they're better. Little Women is just better. The Marches and Joe's... everything in Joe's Boys is just kind of lame in comparison. Not really, but some parts of Joe's Boys specifically I did not like. You can check out the wrap-up where I talked about that if you want to know more. But anyways, or my review on Goodreads. But anyways, I do really love the marches in Little Women especially. They're just such a sweet, wonderful family together. Like, it's just great. I don't feel like I've read enough found family. Give me found family recommendations in the comments, because I don't feel like I've read enough of that. Alright, 9 is Extraction. Tell about a book you have unhauled or DNF'd. So I'm going to go with one that is unpopular of me not to like, and that is Submerged by Danny Petrie. I did not DNF it. I finished it. I have not yet, like, I still have it. I'm going to unhaul it, so I'm counting it for this. I've DNF'd the series, because I'm not going to read the rest of the series. Basically, there was just a lot of what I thought were somewhat, like, slightly inappropriate references to her past and things like that. And there were just a few uses of words that I'm like, Christians shouldn't be saying this or thinking this. Like, no. So, yeah, unfortunately, that series. Also, as an author that I've DNF'd, I'm probably not going to be reading much more Colleen Coble. I know I've probably added some to my Goodreads TBR recently, but that's because I've entered giveaways, because I'm like, hey, if I can possibly win a Christian book, I'm going to enter this giveaway. We'll see if I like this or not. Like, her books were okay. The ones I read, they were okay, but they weren't my favorites. Alright, 10 is Queen Bee. Your favorite fictional female or female historical figure from before 1900. Okay, so, Lucy Pevensey, obviously, and, like, Jill and Polly and everybody from Narnia. And then also all of the women from Lord of the Rings and the Silmarillion. Minus, like, Shelob and Ungoliant, obviously. And Thuringwethil. I didn't write down an answer for this one, so I'm thinking. Let's see. I mean, for a historical figure, we can go with Esther. She is actually a queen. I really love her. We can also go with Chiron Altair from Ilion. Or, let's go with Rena from Blades of Actar. Because her strength is not, and for Chiron and Rena both, their strength is not in being able to swing a sword like the guys. Their strength is a lot more in what are typically considered more feminine virtues, and I really love that. Yeah, I like that. So we'll go with those two. Alright, 11 is Bee Bread. A food mentioned in a book that you would love to make/eat. Lembas is the first that comes to mind. I'm sure that's such a shock to you because Lord of the Rings and Narnia have been all over this video. I almost dropped my iPad that I have the questions on, so that's what that jerk was. Lembas definitely is the first thing that comes to mind. I don't know what else. I don't really notice food in books a lot of the time. Like, Narnia has very memorable food, but it's all, like, most of it is food that we have here, so it's not, like, special or anything. Yeah. I mean, I don't like reusing answers in tags, but I'm going to have to say, or, like, reusing books in tags, but I'm going to have to say Limbus, because that's the only thing I can think of. Alright, Granulation. The book you have left unread the longest, just sitting somewhere. Well, currently, that book would be, The Gates of Zion by Brock and Bodhi, or no, just Bodhi Tani. I think is how you say their last name. I started this before the end of the year last year, and it's March, and I still am, like, only a few pages into it. I just, yeah. For some reason, I'm not into that right now. I need to just make myself read it. So, but I haven't yet. Alright, and then finally, honeybees have 4 wings, 2 larger and 2 smaller. Tag 2 larger booktubers and 2 smaller booktubers. Alright, so 2 larger, I will tag Lindsay from BFCG. And I'll tag, I'm thinking Anne from In Search of Wonder. I keep thinking of her, so we'll go with her. And then for 2 smaller, I will tag Molly from Molly Popplewell. I think she's kind of smaller. And I'll tag, who else should I tag? Let's see. I'll tag Kelly from Bookish Kelly. Alright, so that is the end of that tag. Thank you so much for watching. In the comments, let me know your favorite male character in a book. Because we talk a lot about the great female characters, as well we should. But let's talk about the males, too. The men deserve some love. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Please like and subscribe. Bye.